Shannon Sharpe, man. Shannon fucking Sharpe. What an absolute idiot, right? Like, this story just keeps getting worse and worse. So Shannon Sharpe earlier has been accused by this young lady of the R word, and she's now seeking for $50 million in damages. Shannon Sharpe's team and himself tried to make it seem like it was a shakedown, it was some sort of blackmail attempt. What that girl was alleging in the lawsuit was not true at all, and he was going to fight the case, vehemently. He's going to fight it in the courts, fight it in public. He released some text messages, a statement. He put out a video statement himself. He's kind of been on the front foot. And I said yesterday about this particular situation that I think, hand on heart, do I think Shannon Sharpe R-worded this lady? Probably not. But do I think Shannon Sharpe is a bit of a wild boy and plays a little bit close to the fire? Yes. And maybe with this situation being too close to fire, some lines got blurred, and maybe, people came away from the interactions or from the freak offs or from the fun not feeling the best about what went down. Now, does that always constitute in the really big bold R word accusation? I don't know, but I still put all the blame on Shannon Sharpe. I put zero on the girl. I'm not gonna lie. Even if she is a flipping scam artist, a hustler, whatever, I put all the blame on this nearly 60-year-old man going out of his way to mess with a girl that young, who's in that line of work, and not knowing that he was gonna, and not anticipating any type of problems down the line. He played too close to the fire. He got burnt. He's paying consequences. The issue that's now arising is this statement courtesy, or this, headline courtesy of TMZ, that's making the story a little bit shaky and making me think maybe the R word allegation might be true. Because I said yesterday I don't think it's true, and maybe something else in terms of role play and something else happened that maybe she wasn't happy with in the end. But now that I've read this headline, I'm starting to think maybe she's telling the truth. Because why would you offer somebody $10 million to settle the case if you know you didn't R word them? Because in my personal opinion, I think there's nothing worse you could accuse of man than maybe diddling. Maybe diddling. I think even diddling in this day and age, there's a way that you could probably get, it sounds wild to say, but I think there's a way you could probably come back from diddling allegations. But I don't think anyone's ever going to look at you the same way if you settled out of court on a rape allegation. It's just not going to work that way, in my opinion anyway. That is something that I'll be willing to lose everything over to defend myself and clear my name. I'm not settling out of court for none of that shit. So the fact that he was offering this lady $10 million makes me think maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe it's not all lies. Maybe she's telling the truth and Shannon did do a madness. Crazy. Let's read the article. Coach at TMZ. Shannon's attorney just revealed that the Pro Football Hall of Famer made an offer to his grape accuser of at least $10 million to close out the case before it went public. Lanny J. Davis, who's representing Sharpe in ESPN's personality civil sexual assault case against Jane Doe, said in a meeting in the reports Tuesday that proposal was doled out before mediations with a plaintiff within the last month or so. Davis said Doe initially seemed to be considering it before she suddenly, without warning, walked away from our offer. I wonder why she walked away. Did she walk away because Tony Busby got involved and he's like, look, take away that $10 million, forget the 10 million, we can get 50. We might even be able to get 100. Fucking hell. Davis later added that it was a big surprise to us when suddenly this case was filed without any advance warning. Doe, through her famed lawyer Tony Busby, filed a lawsuit on Sunday in Nevada. She claimed that in it that
powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up disease.
I think Shannon should make a public apology where he mostly cries about how his dad has aged rapidly and it's all his fault. I think I've seen it done before. Shout out all the stressed old dads. They're the real victims.
Shout out all the stressed TV directors, producers, dads. The Hollywood dads. Shout out all the stressed Hollywood dads. Holding it down for their Nepo babies. Still giving them fucking allowances and shit and trust funds. Shout out to them. To be fair, they are the real victims if you think about it. It's not their fault that they were successful and busted their ass and they gave birth to fucking entitled, reckless, lacking in any sort of responsibility children who are doing a good job of literally burning and fucking up everything they've done, you know? Burning up all their money, fucking up everything that they've done, undoing all of their hard work, because they can't, you know, they don't have any semblance of impulse control. But yeah, big up Asad Aziz. So in this case, though through her famed lawyer Tony Busby filed a lawsuit on Sunday in Nevada, she claimed that in it that she met ex-Denver Broncos player at a gym in Los Angeles in 2023 when she was just 20 years old. That's another detail, by the way. Some people are alleging on social media that Shannon Sharpe actually met this girl when she was 19. I'm not someone to age shame, especially when it comes to relationships. But I think when it comes to men, like, there is no reason whatsoever that a guy in his mid-50s, approaching his 60s, should be in any type of relationship, especially casual, with some 19-year-old. It doesn't make any sense. It's one thing if you want to be, if that's a relationship. It's still weird, personally. But, you know, casually fucking around with 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds when you're in your 50s, you're asking for trouble, man. You're asking for real trouble. And I mean that in the way of like getting them pregnant. I mean that in running into issues like this. Maybe that girl is running around with like a younger dude that you're stepping on the toes of. I don't know, man. It's just messy and unnecessary and very unbecoming of a gentleman, you know? I think at that age, you want to move a little bit more classy. That's the thing I don't get. Like, do you think this is just indicative of like the type of girl he was after? Because I understand why he did it. Because if this girl's 19, 20 and allegedly on OnlyFans and stuff, she's basically just a whore, right? Like, but in the classical sense. Like, she likes to fuck, you like to fuck her, mutual agreement, you're both adults. But a part of me wonders whether at that age you should just be a little bit more dignified. Like, surely there comes a point, like, I'm just thinking aloud now. Surely there comes a point in a man's life where, like, you just stop fucking whores, you know? Yes, you want to be a bachelor and whatever, but maybe you start dating like more respectful women. And I mean women, like, you know, at least 30 years old, you know, that have a job and don't work on and don't do OnlyFans. That might be something, especially to have something to lose in that respect. Or maybe a woman with a kid. That also might be good because, you know, she's got someone, you know, that she fucking cares of outside of just herself and shit. But I don't know, man. This situation is just mad. Like, it's just mad. It really is mad. Because you'd think someone like him would be moving a lot smoother. But I guess maybe that's not always easiest, isn't it? When you got young 20-year-olds throwing their snatch at you in the DMs. According to a suit in late 2024, after she tried to break...
bunch.
Yo, big up, NJ Ranger.
He could be smashing miles and hot aunties, but nah.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if we're like, I was thinking that too. I don't know if we're being fair though. Let's be fair though. Let's be fair. And let's all speak plainly and honestly. If you're Shannon Sharpe and you have the choice to smash loads of teenagers, young women, like, you know, legal, let's say 19-year-olds, right? Approaching like, you know, 18 to like 22-year-olds. Or you get the chance to smash like 35 to 45-year-olds, who you gonna go for? Let's be honest. If you have the option, most of us don't have the option. We just get what we're given. But if you have the option to smash 18 to 22-year-olds or 35 to 45-year-olds, who you going for? You know? So can we really blame him for like dabbling in that? I don't know if we can, but then again, I think to myself, you might want to dabble in it, but you're not going to keep going back to that well, you know? Like, especially a certain breed, a certain class of that girl in the 18 to 22-year-old bracket. They move a little bit different, do you know what I mean? They're a little bit more cunning. They're a little bit more on their business and shit. And you're just not up with the times, isn't it? You're a little bit, you know, a little bit slow with it. Got a bit of a wonky leg. She's taking, you know what I mean? She's running laps around you, for lack of a better term. I don't know. Let's continue. Big up NJ Ranger. Busby released audio Tuesday of an alleged conversation between Sharpe and Doe that says took place near the end of their relationship. In the clip, Sharpe can be heard threatening to fucking choke the shit out of Doe Davis acknowledges the audio in the meeting and the media members on Tuesday and stated that the client spoke in the heat of the moment and did not literally mean the words. Excuse me? Let's hear it. I want to hear what he said here. What did he say?
Like,
Scoop, I'ma fuck shit out of you.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby.
I'm sorry, but even the tone of her voice, even the tone and the sparkle and the elasticity and the brightness of her voice, there's such a contrast between how young she sounds and how old she sounds. You have no business being on the phone with someone that young. Honestly, Shannon Sharpe, you have no business being on the phone with a girl that looks like she's on fucking lunch break or something at college. Like, God almighty, Shannon, bro.
You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Whoa, that didn't sound like roleplay to me. That didn't sound like roleplay to me. I'm not gonna lie, that did not sound like roleplay to me, mate. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't.
You know what?
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
You just know he's walking around his fucking apartment somewhere in some fucking Under Armour shorts, just topless, just pissed, pacing up and down the room. Just pacing up and down the room. Fucking hell, Shannon Sharpe, man. I don't know. So just to go back to this headline, I got to revise my position, man. I got to revise my position. Shannon Sharpe knows the media. He knows the press. He knows how social media works. He's been involved in loads of cancellation attempts already in his short time in media, or especially, in terms of him blowing up. I know he's been around for a while. He knows what it means when you try and settle. So the fact that he was trying to settle, it's making me believe that maybe this girl's telling the truth, man. Maybe this isn't a shakedown. Maybe he did R-word her. I'm starting to believe it now. I'm getting close to believing it. I didn't before, but the fact that he offered this lady 10 million to settle out of court, I don't know. Especially when you hear the news that Shannon was meant to sign some $100 million deal soon. He's meant to sign some really big deal. I'm not sure if it was ESPN or somebody, but there was a rumor. Not the rumor that he was about to buy ESPN, but there's a rumor that he was going to sign a really big media deal, and it valued him at a high amount, 100 million plus. If that's me, and I know that type of money is on the line, even if this allegation takes that case, even if this allegation takes that offer away from the table, knowing that his legacy is at stake, all the hard work he's put in is at stake, there's no way I'm offering or willing to settle out of court. I'm going and I'm fighting this to the bitter end. I'm doing a Jay-Z. I'm exhausting all options. I'm on the front foot. I'm talking mad greasy. I'm writing statements in my own words. I'm posting them on social. I'm on the front. I'm not playing around. But the fact that he's trying to settle out of court, it's making me believe that this guy did that shit, man. It's making me believe he did that shit. And it's unfortunate because, you work all that way. You work so hard to kind of get yourself in that type of position, and then you fumble it because you have no impulse control, and because maybe deep down you're a bit of a monster anyway. Who knows? Maybe this is just, one of those type of things where suddenly those habits that you never kind of got under some level of control are now coming to bite you in the ass. Who knows? Because it's weird to think that someone can just wake up in their 50s and decide to be on the R word, isn't it? It's kind of wild if you think about it. So maybe there was evidence, there's been patterns of this in the past, but people kind of let you kind of got away with it because people tried to, didn't want to revisit the past and shit. And then you repeat the mistake again. So, he only has himself to blame. He only has himself to blame, in my personal opinion. But then Shannon Sharpe did put out a statement courtesy of his social media page, Twitter specifically. I think he put it on his Instagram as well, I'm assuming, talking about what happened and essentially trying to reassure the fans that he's doing everything in his power to fight against this. So this is Shannon Sharpe's statement regarding the allegations and shit.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who is...
It's Tony Busby's fault. I don't think so, man. Tony Busby didn't make you R-word that girl, bro.
Targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black...
Jay-Z's like, don't get me involved in your shit. Jay-Z's like, look, I'm not part of your shit. Do not get me involved.
Men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
What, that you got a big dick? What's the stereotype? I've never been able to look at Kevin Hart the same. Remember when Kevin Hart's sex tape leaked? Do you remember that one? Kevin Hart's sex tape when he was smashing one of those... I forgot where it was. Was it Las Vegas? Where Kevin Hart was wilding, he was smashing some chick in Las Vegas. And I can't look at him the same way. Imagine if the Shannon Sharpe tape drops and you just see him going crazy, hanging from the fucking top of a roof or something. You know what I mean? Like, just, can you imagine? If you see Shannon Sharpe just going wild style, just throwing this girl up in the air, catching her with his dick or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, just throwing up again, catching her with his dick. It's gonna scar a lot of people. Like, it's gonna scar a lot of people.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your...
Is he bragging? That video should be 10 minutes, not 30 seconds. Is he bragging?
Edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans.
Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Shannon Sharpe, you're too old for this, man. You are too old for this, man. Gabby, also known as Carly, also known as Cindy, also known as Pleasure for You 2996. What?
And Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
We don't love you, bro. We don't love you, Unc. Unc, man, you let us down. I'm not gonna lie, you let us down, man. Unc, you let us down. You let your family down, you let yourself down. All that hard work, you just pissed it all up against the wall because you have no impulse control and you're messing with chicks you have no business messing with. Like, you let yourself down, bro. I think this shit's true. I'm sorry. You just got to face the consequences of what he did, and it is what it is. Dr. Umar has some choice words for Shannon Sharpe, which I agree with, to be fair. Big up Dr. Blood Clot Umar. He has some very, very choice words for Shannon Sharpe, but he does stand with Shannon Sharpe. Choice words for him, but he does stand with him as a black man.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay. No more snow bunnies after this scandal.
He's right. He's right. Shannon can't handle them, man. Shannon can't handle them. He's out here fucking moaning Michelle into cameras. He's getting fucking hustled by them. He can't handle these white girls, man. Just leave them. Leave the white girls for others. You can't handle them, bro.
If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam.
By the way, like, usually, right, just speaking openly, right, usually, speaking openly, when guys like Shannon Sharpe, when black guys especially have a tendency to always like date white girls, from my experience, it's usually because they kind of fetishize them and they're kind of easier to smash, right? Usually, that's what usually happens. But in Shannon Sharpe's case, he is objectively like a good-looking dude. He's very fit and strong and good-looking and shit. You'd imagine a lot of black women would be into him. So I wonder why he doesn't. Like Anjay said, like smash down like hot aunties. There must be a gaggle of them out there in the States who would be more than happy to spend an evening with fucking Shannon Sharpe. They're not even looking to get him, to get him to settle down and shit. They just want him to fucking blow their backs out. Yeah, big up.
Finally, thank God someone reasonable
I
spoke
saw
up
this.
about this. Forget Jay-Z, we need Dr. UMAR on every case. Shout out to the Black Pan-African universe. Thank you, good doctor. I am currently burning sage as this clip plays.
Powerful bunch.
Not no more, grapes emoji, though right doc? Sisters only, huh?
Yeah, okay, when you put it like that, it sounds a bit insane. Big up NJ. When you put it like that, it sounds a bit insane, but you guys get what I mean, innit? When I say this, right? Like, I don't mean to say like
Powerful bunch.
yeah, big up Young God Vibes.
Uncle Shay Shay out there role playing as the Green Mile.
Okay. Everyone calm down. Everyone calm down. Everyone please calm down. Everyone please calm down. Everyone please calm down. Now, big up your good vibes. Everyone please calm down, please. I beg of you. Oh my god. Like I was saying, why do you think someone like a Shannon Sharpe, who I think is, let's reword what I said statement wise. I would imagine Shannon Sharpe probably gets a lot of female attention from all different types of women of all different races, right? But I also think, specifically when it comes to black women, there are a bunch that would love to fuck him, love it. Obviously, some of them would love to be in a relationship, but I'm sure there are a lot that are into him or have been into him since he was a kid, since he was coming up playing football and shit. So I find it interesting how he seems to not be into them and specifically goes for very young, very white women. That's the only thing I'm kind of, because usually when it comes to guys that look like Shannon Sharpe or in that kind of field, they usually tend to go the snow bunny route because maybe the girls from their own race don't really show them no love. Maybe they're not getting the attention that they kind of need back home, so they kind of play away from the field, play away from home type of thing. But in Shannon Sharpe's case, you'd imagine he's quite universally loved. So I wonder why he tends to go that direction, because it's not as if he's getting. Maybe I'm underestimating the fame he's got now. I'd imagine he's not getting any more access to women that he wasn't getting when he was a football player. He's probably getting thrown crazy girls his way when he was at his peak playing in the NFL. So I find it interesting that now that he's become famous in media, he's doing this, which is he's doing something that somebody like, I'd understand what Shannon Sharpe did or the girl that he got involved with, if he was like making it in media and he was just a regular guy, he would never played football and he made it in his 50s, it'd make more sense, right? Oh my god, he's made it, he's famous in his 50s, he's single, so he's just beating everything that comes his way, especially the young things, because he's never had access to them. Why the fuck not? But he's been famous since he was a teenager or even younger, especially for sports. So I wonder why now he's starting to go that direction. I don't know. Just thinking aloud.
I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro queens? Is Uncle Shannon being accused of snow bunnies or Afro queens? Who can confirm? Does anybody know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers? Are they black or are they white? Are they black? Is this a rice bunny situation? Is this a snow bunny situation?
I don't like the assumption or the assertion that black women wouldn't do you like this. Like, if you are with somebody, you are with somebody. It's not really about race, is it? You know, I don't like this assertion that the white lady must be lying. She must be running a play. But then if he got with a nice black lady, she wouldn't do him this way. It's like, maybe just treat women better all over, you know, across the board. Maybe let's start with that. Maybe let's treat all women, regardless if they're whores, or if they're OnlyFans girls, or if they're fucking one night stands, or if they're fucking aunties. Let's just treat all the women that we deal with some level of respect, you know? With some level of appreciation, general manners and shit, so that we don't run into this type of issue. Let's not assume that if we get with a black woman, she's not going to do us this way, and white women are the devil. I don't think it works that way. Maybe don't grape somebody, you know? Maybe start with that first.
Is this a sand bunny situation? Is this a salsa bunny situation? Teresa Double O. If you have a co-wife, you can fill out my wifey resume. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. You know my number. 215-989-9858. You know my number.
What do we think? Do you think Shannon Sharpe is liking this post? Do you think Shannon Sharpe is reposting this on his Instagram stories? I don't know, man. I don't think Dr. Umar is doing him any favors. I'm not going to lie.
215-989-9858. Text messages only. Text messages only. Text messages only. 215-989-9858. I need to know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers. Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the rice? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the ice? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the snow? Was Shannon Sharpe accused by the sand? Or was he accused by the salsa? I'm standing with Uncle Shannon because I don't like when
salsa bunnies is fucking crazy. What's a salsa bunny? Is that like a bad bitch with like salsa on top of it?
black men get taken down. I got to stand by him. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother. Uncle Shannon Sharpe is my brother. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe until the facts prove otherwise.
Let's see what happens, isn't it? Let's see what happens. It's not looking good, though. It's not looking good. Big up Dr. Umar. He's got some very interesting opinions there. Moving on. This is an interesting post. Big up this person. Monique told ya, Unc. This is a very interesting post. This is from an interview, recent interview. I guess not recent, but an interview that Shannon Sharpe did with Monique last year, where she warned him about messing with these young girls, and he didn't listen, and now he's listening. But it's too late.
Come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying?
Big up Monique. Let's rewind that one more time. Let's big up Monique. Sometimes you need friends that can speak to you like this in a plain way, in a straight way, in an upfront way. Big up Monique. One more time.
Come on. They talk to us. How this dating thing. Cause it's Mo is different now than when you and I
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say, Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your.
And imagine, Monique was saying 26 to 36. Little did she know that Shannon Sharpe was out here piping down 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Imagine, she was saying 26 to 36. And even that's too young. She was saying, look, you're 50. 26 to 36 is crazy. You need a woman your age or maybe a year younger or something. But little did she know he was messing with 19 to 20-year-olds. Like, Shannon Sharpe is just wild. Like, it really is fucking crazy. It's like, bruh, when were you gonna retire, man? Like, hang it up.
Your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'll be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you. She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, if he do like that, she said, you let him know I got something for him.
Yeah, I like
and she don't have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clap it for me. Come on now. These young gals will bite you. Okay?
She was speaking nothing but facts. Big up fucking Monique, man. She tried to warn Shannon Sharpe. She tried to tell him he wouldn't want to listen. And unfortunately, as I've learned myself in life, sometimes if you don't want to learn it the normal soft way, you're going to feel. You must fucking feel. If you're not going to learn, you must fucking feel. And Shannon's going to feel this reputational wise. He's going to feel it in his pocket. Maybe career prospects. He's going to feel it. And he's hopefully will learn his lesson after this is all said and done. But he didn't need to go this far. It didn't need to go this far. I don't believe in having to learn crazy, like having to have your hand burnt to know that you shouldn't put your fucking hand on the stove. You shouldn't have to do that. But some people, it's the only way that they learn. So it is what it is, I guess. And then to make matters worse, this is the girl. Now, just to speak plainly, you know, she looks like Pokimane. She looks like Pokimane. She looks like Pokimane. No words. No fucking words. Let's just move on. Let's just fucking move on. Let's just move on.